Right. Good morning, YouTube. You joined me in the car. Let's shut Radio 1 up before they go bonkers. Right. You joined me in the car on what has been a slightly dysfunctional morning, is what I'm going to say. It's currently just about 20 to 10, I think. I was up this morning at 7:30, nice and early, I think, for a Sunday. Not as early as some people out there, but that's a good time for me. Took my check-in for Zach and sent over shots. Safe to say we're moving well and truly in the right direction now. Yeah, visual changes are just coming thick and fast. So every time I send shots at this point, or a couple of days go by and a half a pound drops off or a pound drops off, and the visual response to that weight shift is shocking, to be honest, like in all the right ways. But yeah, it's a shock to the system for sure. But anyway, as I was saying, a dysfunctional morning. So we've taken shots. My plan was then to sort of chill out, watch some TV. I've been working my way back through the original Star Wars films recently, and I'm on the last one, Return of the Jedi. Don't even know my Star Wars knowledge. Pathetic. So my plan was to just sort of sit and watch that and eat my pre-workout meal, and then head down to Out of Office, which is a coffee shop in town. And I was going to open the vlog with me at the coffee house and just sort of speaking to life at the moment, prep, all things bodybuilding, and all things, my life, because that's what this is all about at the end of the day, me. But I was then told by Zach, it's not his fault at all, but I was told by Zach, hey man, another high day today please, because we're still flat in the upper body. So yesterday's high day was 3,100 calories, somewhere around that mark, close to like the 450 carb mark. Today we're on nearly 3,500 calories. So I mean, it's a good thing, it's something that I want for sure. My body is craving food so badly. But it just sort of threw my morning off a little bit. I had a plan that I was going to adhere to. And then I had to eat a lot more cream of rice than I was initially intending to. And boy, when I tell you, I think I just ate the biggest bowl of cream of rice that I've ever seen in my life. It was quite special. And the worrying part was, as I was eating this bowl of cream of rice, which was way, way bigger than my head, I was thinking the whole time, like, this isn't filling me up. And that's absolutely insane. And I think that's just the reality of this point of prep, is your body is in like starvation mode and survival mode. So every time you give it an influx of calories, I think psychologically, the networks in your brain and things just go, right, there's food there, eat it now, because we don't know when we're next going to get something else like this, because of the conditions that you've been putting your body through, and your brain obviously just responds to those conditions, right? So yeah, that'll be interesting. Post prep will be an interesting phase of life for sure. But anyway, we're doing it in a bit of reverse order. So we did go and get a nice coffee from Out of Office just to take on the road. Little bump here. Whoa. And as I say, I mean, I really wanted this vlog to be a little bit of a different style, in terms of me backing my own logic of people really don't care what you're doing, especially when you're trying to do something good. And I do truly believe that what I do with these videos is something good, showing people my experience firsthand of a bodybuilding prep as a natural athlete. I think it's something rare, right? It's not something that everybody does. And it's not something that everybody's going to want to do, but I think that there's a lot of valuable information in it for people who are just trying to get better control over their lifestyle habits. I think there's a lot of value in there for people, which is why I do this, aside from actually just enjoying making content, to be honest with you. Really like the YouTube style. I really like long form, being a bit more creative with my content, and I feel like YouTube allows me to pursue that So that is why I really wanted to get the shots. This guy has taken up the whole road. The shots that I wanted to get and almost have that moment of peace, to be honest with you. There's these nice, lovely little chairs outside the coffee shop, and I was hoping that if I got up early enough when it opens, I could just get onto those, not be disturbed by anyone, but have the world sort of going by in the background and be doing this talking piece. But looks like everyone else had the same idea, minus the vlogging, because it was packed and the few chairs that are there were taken up. So, oh, excuse me. Here we are in the car instead. Today, what are we doing? We're driving on our way to the gym right now. I put out a poll on my Instagram this week asking what you guys wanted from a YouTube video this week. And the options were why I launched the Physique Project, which is my new business, which we will get into. A day in the life sort of style, away day at a gym, just talking about general life stuff and how I'm feeling and prep and all that good stuff. And the other option is slipping my mind right now. What was the other option? What the hell was it? Day in the life. Or maybe those were the two options that were different. One was an away day in the gym, and the other one was a day in the life. But anyway, whatever the hell it was, I ended up deciding because two of them tied, and then now I don't remember the third one. I'm not going to know which ones they were. But I decided like I would just do a longer form, more talking. Sorry for people who don't like hearing me talk. Like that's on me. But yeah, I just figured I'd do more of a long form video and merge the three into one. So Ian Talbot Balfe may well get his request for an hour-long YouTube video today. I've told him that over Instagram. He's very excited. It fuels his cardio. So Ian, if you are watching this right now and you're doing cardio, mate, keep pushing. We've only got 9 weeks left till we're on that stage. So, you know, gotta make every minute count, buddy. But I guess we'll start. We'll just start with the first talking point, which I think will be topical to kind of not get out of the way, but address first because it's the biggest thing that's happened in my life this week, and that is launching the Physique Project. Excellent time for me to have just worn the t-shirt and plugged the business, but I'm going to try and avoid that today because I've been doing that over socials anyway recently. But yeah, I'll just sort of speak to it and why I have launched it, why I'm pursuing that. And to put a long story short, Liam will then go on to talk for about 20 minutes on the same topic. Let me just get past these cyclists. Thanks, guys. I offered coaching about a year and a bit ago under a different brand. It was under Liam Lift's coaching, right? And it went pretty well. Like the launch was relatively successful, especially with the lack of resources that I put towards it. It was basically just an announcement on Instagram via a story or something. Hey guys, look, this is what I'm doing now. I'm offering coaching. Who wants to get involved? And I got a decent number of clients, like in my opinion. I think at one point I was at like 6 or 7 clients, and that to me was a good number. I know there's people that are a lot more successful, but remember, everything that I say in these videos comes from an honest perspective, right? And a beginner's point of view. So I wasn't really expecting anyone to sign up at that point, and they did. And things went really well. Like some people got some really fantastic results out of it. Others, I think, found that maybe it wasn't for them, or maybe they weren't the right people for me. And that's the nature of, I guess, being in a service-based trade. It's like going to a hairdresser's, right? You might go to a hairdresser who cuts your hair in a certain way that you're just like, oh, I really don't get on with that. It doesn't mean that they're a bad hairdresser or that you've got bad hair. It just means that you're not matched to each other. And then you'll go to a different hairdresser, get your hair done, and that's it. You're loyal to that person for, in my case, my barber, the last nearly 10 years. So Shout out Emma and Siobhan. Shout out Cavalier Club. If you're in the Bedfordshire area, go get a trim. They're phenomenal. But that was the previous launch, and basically what happened was, over the time that I suppose I was getting deeper and deeper into my bodybuilding journey and extending my own knowledge within the industry, I just found that I was scared to promote my way of thinking and promote my ethos on training and nutrition and everything else. And I just shied away from that sort of content on my social media and everything else. And I'm not gonna lie, I really let opinions get the better of me. And it wasn't even a case of people actually directly saying things to me and saying, oh, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that. It was just my own head, and I think I just lost complete confidence in my ability to actually provide that as a service. But deep down, I always knew that, okay, this isn't the end of this. This is like a failure, and that is what you need in life to learn. So I basically went back to the drawing board and thought, how can I improve this service top to bottom? How can I make it more accessible for people? How can I make it more relatable and palatable for people? Because that's what I want to do. I want to take everything that I've learned through bodybuilding and apply that to people's lives so that they can have a better relationship with fitness, with nutrition, and just with general health. I really want to get the message across that this is not a service for people who want to tan up and get in a thong and, dance around on stage. This is a service for people who want to become a better version of themselves. They want to be more than average, hence the tagline, "A cut above." And that is something that just came to me one day when I was looking at my own perspective on life and where I want to be within the general structure of society. I don't want to be an average person, and no offense, but if you find that to be an egotistical point of view, you really need to take a good look in the mirror and then have a look at people who are around you that you would consider the average person. I had this conversation with someone in the gym yesterday, but just walking around Aldi, and I do think it's a little bit of I'll call it prep vision, because I'm in and once again, this is not ego driven. Please just do not take this as an ego driven point. It's genuinely just fact. I'm at a body fat composition at the minute that is way, way, way beyond what the average person will ever achieve. I've got abs on my abs, and it gives you this vision of looking at people in a very different way. And I think because I'm so structured and routine driven at the minute, it's hard to ignore certain things. So for example, I was in Aldi the other day, and I have nothing wrong with this. Once again, life choices are life choices, but they're just so stereotypical. And there's this guy, and he was just a big guy, very out of shape. That's matter of fact. He was just out of shape. He was a big fat guy. And in his basket, it was just family packs of crisps, big bottles of soda and ready meals and all this just shit. And as I'm walking around Aldi and just kind of looking at people, I'm like, wow, there's actually more people in here that are out of shape than people that are in shape. And you look at all of their baskets, and it's just okay, so the common theme here is people are just buying shit food. And they're buying shit food, and they're consuming shit food. And this is probably the most amount of steps that they're getting in their day, is just walking around the shop. And when you're in prep, you do almost get a little bit repulsed by it, which is the extreme end. I appreciate that. But my point being on that is, if you are comparing yourself to those people, what are you doing, mate? Did you see? I don't think you guys would have seen that, but there's a horse on one side of the road, cyclists behind them. The cyclist just came on head on with me. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been a morning. Yeah, my point being, if you're looking at these people and you're seeing what I'm seeing, maybe just not as aggressively, but you're looking at these people and you're saying, oh yeah, I'm okay with being average. Wake the fuck up. And I know some people out there will be like, yes, this guy is talking my language. And I guess you're my people, you are my people. But the whole ethos behind the Physique Project is to try and get those people to wake the fuck up and realize, that's going to kill you. Or even if it's not that extreme, it's going to limit your life. It's going to limit what you can actually do. If you have kids, it's going to limit what you can do for your kids, how you can like play with them and interact with them. It's going to limit how you can show up for your family members and friends. Like, you are literally limiting yourself through nutrition and lack of exercise, and it's just so simple. Like, the fix is just so simple. But anyway, so that's pretty much why the Physique Project has come back into existence. I've reached a point with my base of knowledge where I feel more equipped to provide a service to people. I'm a fully qualified, get those words out. I'm a fully qualified PT now. I'm a level 3 qualified PT. So I've upskilled myself, and then just tangible life experience, which I think is more valuable than any course that you can ever do. I'm deeper into my own bodybuilding process. I understand the way that the body responds to certain things much better, and I feel more equipped to apply that to other people's lifestyles. And that's what I'm going to do. And people might call me crazy, people might think I'm insane, but it's going to be big. Like, I genuinely see, you know, in the next 5 years, I see the Physique Project being a space that is real and tangible, and people can come into and feel that physical embodiment of those ethics, that improvement environment, you know, an environment that just promotes self-improvement above all, but welcomes, you know, anyone who's pursuing that. You don't need to be an alpha male, you don't need to be an alpha female, like these top fucking athletes that are pursuing crazy things like the 1%. You can be anyone. You just need to be on that journey of self-improvement and willing to step through those doors, and that's what it's going to be. And I'll show, like, I put into ChatGPT, which is my best friend at the minute, I think a lot of our best friends, but I put, like, show me what the Physique Project will look like, and I'll put it on the screen, and that's the vision. That's where we're taking this. We are not giving up until that is real, because I just truly believe that that's what I'm meant to be doing, and I love it. I really love it. I love the coaching process. I love applying. There's no greater feeling than taking something that you've learned and applied to yourself, and then applying that to other people and seeing it work, seeing those results come to life. And it's crazy, you know, the freedom that you can give people, the balance that you can bring to their life. So yeah, Physique Project, you guys know what to do if you want to get involved. Launch offer is still live. We have sold a couple of places, so we've got 3 spaces left on the launch offer. But even if you're not interested in starting right away, like, speak to me, you know, I'm a nice guy. Ask anyone. Can be a bit grumpy sometimes, but for the most part, I'm a nice human being who just loves talking to people about fitness and fitness related things. So if you're just curious about, you know, what you should be doing or what maybe you shouldn't be doing, like, the big problem a lot of people have is they actually don't know how to get to the goals that they're setting themselves because they've not been there. You know, how can you know how to get somewhere if you've never been there before and you don't have a sat nav? It's guesswork, isn't it? That's what coaching is. It's a sat nav. We know the route, we tell you, we map it out, you follow it, and that's that. So we're going to sit here for a little while. We've just pulled up to Fierce for a couple of reasons. We said we wanted to get an away day in. I think away day gym sessions are super valuable, and I know some people will disagree. Zach, if you're watching, Zach will probably disagree. Because we should try and standardize as many variables as we possibly can within a prep, and one of those variables is the equipment that you're using and the loads that you're exposing your muscles to. And I agree with that, but as much as I agree with that, I also believe that a change of scenery does wonders for what's up here. Change of environment, just getting somewhere new. Yeah, I think it's just refreshing. And for me, that's what Fierce has actually kind of become in this prep. It's the 3rd time that I've trained here during prep. We're not training with anyone today. I've just come in to do my own thing, and yeah, hopefully kind of vlog whilst I'm in there. Is the plan is to vlog this upper session. And I think during that we'll just sort of like merge the other two topics of this video into one. So it'll be the session itself, general thoughts on prep at the moment, and general thoughts on life. There might be some other updates to talk about, and we'll kind of see how we get along. You'll be able to tell how much talking Liam had to do by whether this video makes it another 40 minutes or so, because I might get distracted. And that's always, you know, another thing with training and prep. You want to kind of, you know, you want to keep your sessions to a certain level of quality. So if you're sat there talking for 10 minutes between every set, like, that's just not conducive to a good workout, is it? So we'll see. It might be a case of we do some talking now whilst we're in the gym. We're going to use the posing room because we know that it's phenomenal. We're going to get some good shots in there, I feel like. Yeah, we were looking sharp this morning on check-in, so with that big bowl of cream of rice and a dirty pump, dare I say we might capture the best shots we've ever captured? Dare I say? I hope so. It'd be fun if we could. And then we're actually going to meet Izzy, so it's 10 o'clock now. I'm going to be in there for probably a couple of hours, and then I'm planning on meeting Izzy to go to Primani, because we're going to South of France next week for a wedding, and I need some shorts. I've only got one pair, so I might even vlog that if I'm brave enough. And that's, once again, something I really want to start being brave enough to do. All the people I look up to in the content creation world are the people that are brave enough to just realize that, you know, what you guys see is a very different thing. You see just through the lens, right? And that's what I want to do, is be brave enough to just do things in public for you guys, you know. But yeah, I'm literally gonna sit here, finish off this coffee, and then head inside. So I will see you guys probably when we're setting up on the first exercise. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Right, so we just finished up in Fierce. Absolutely devastated doesn't do it justice, like mortified to find out that our mics weren't working for the entire fucking time. Just goes to show, like anything, there's levels to this content creation game, and the gear, God, I didn't want to start then. The gear that you have makes such a big difference in terms of the quality of content that you can actually produce. And yeah, I think it might be time for your boy to level up in terms of my equipment. I just don't want to make the investment, which is it's the same with everything, isn't it? It's like you never want to make that investment to improve. It's the same with your physique. It's the same with life. Like, you've got to invest to take yourself forward. It's like a slingshot, you know. You pull yourself back, let go, fire yourself forward. And yeah, I need some new mics for sure. DJI, like I say, if you see this, please just send me stuff. Anyway, we're still gonna make something out of that, and I'll actually do right now like a quick, you know, I did film and I did record in the gym in public. I'm actually really proud of myself for like doing that, and it felt organic, it felt natural. The most frustrating part is there was so much good content in there, like so much good talking points about training, about life, about the discipline that is bodybuilding, and you guys aren't gonna get it. Oh, I am upset, but we move on. I'm still gonna give you guys like a quick like roundup, I suppose, of the session. Maybe I'll actually speak over the session and do a voiceover later. I think that's probably what I'll do, like a shorter form, me talking over the session to make up for it. That's what I'll do. That is what I'll do. So I told you guys that is what I would do, and it is what I'm gonna do. I am literally just sat in a nude because it's really hot in this room that you can't see, and I'm just watching back the footage and just going to speak to, I hope, some of the things that I'm sort of seeing. So today was a push session, upper 2. I have 2 push sessions. I say upper 2, push 2. I have 2 push sessions a week, just to maintain the muscle mass that I've got in my chest. We didn't actually film, but I did start off with cable Y raises. Really good exercise. I really connect with them really well. I struggle to connect with my delts. We obviously then moved on to this machine, which is a Watson incline Smith. And I can remember that I was kind of saying, you know, it's a decent machine, but with all stuff that is Watson, it's just heavy. And right now I know what I'm talking about. It's the fact that you couldn't actually change the arms so that they converged more in the middle, which was really frustrating for me. I felt like I was really stretched, even just on the lift off of the movement. But overall, like a solid piece. There's just better kit out there. I think the piece of kit that I referenced that I would actually prefer to use was a hammer strength incline, which we have over at Corpus for people who need somewhere to train in the Buckinghamshire area. Get yourself over to Corpus. We've got superb kit. There you go, Luke. There's your free plug, mate. Sorry about the trim, by the way. I'm well and truly expired. I've got a haircut booked on Wednesday. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about training. And watching this back, it really is like a shame that the mics didn't do their job, because I can just get so much more like quality information over to you guys when I'm like actually actively talking in the session, because I'm living it there and then, as opposed to afterwards. Like, post-analysis is always a bit tough. But yeah, I like to start my push sessions off with this heavy press. It kind of gets it out the way. I've already warmed up my delts and things from the Y raises. So I literally do 2 sets on a movement like this. I'll do my first set, which will always be a slightly heavier set, aiming for like a 6 to 9 repper. And my second set will be slightly lower, aiming for sort of like 8 to 10, but anything that's going to like get maximum stimulus is what we're after. At this point in prep, it's really hard to just dig for those like final reps. So that's where the discipline really does come in, but we're not trying to get injured. And I imagine that's something like what I was probably talking about at this point here, is that I'm happy with those kind of sets. So we followed that heavy press up with our second pressing movement of the day, which is an overhead press, a shoulder press on the Smith. I spoke a lot about in this video about the kit over at Fierce, and that they are changing it because they've actually become Muscle Hut, which is a franchise. And I've seen on their Instagram they're bringing in like a lot of Jim Lecco stuff, which I'm very excited to get over there and use. But as it stands, a lot of the kit is still Watson. Essentially the whole gym is just a Watson factory. And for anyone out there, Watson is just a brand of gym equipment. It's not the best in the world. We won't shy away from that. It's very heavy is the main criticism. Like, so an alternate on a Smith, a Cybex Smith, I will press a lot more than I would on a Watson. You just have to factor that in if you're training in a gym that uses Watson kit, because you don't want to overdo it and hurt yourself. But same situation here as on the other pressing movement. So 2 sets, one at a slightly lower volume and a heavier weight, one at a slightly higher volume and a slightly lower weight. And that's just to kind of get the best of both worlds, right? So I know that week on week, obviously not right now in prep, but week on week, I'm trying to push myself in terms of strength, but I'm also getting enough work in to ensure quality. And that is literally the quality control. So this was my top set on the Smith today, I believe. I can't really see what's loaded on there. A little sort of tip just for training, I guess, overhead pressing movements. You want to make sure that your wrists and your elbows align. So however you need to have your elbows to ensure that to happen, that's what you want to be doing. Just means that the load is going to be placed directly onto the delts. So a little bit of a grinder. Did we have one more rep? Maybe, but probably not.
Music licensing reimagined. Musiclist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
We're gonna go meet Izzy to go to Primani. I'm hoping to get in and out of MK very quickly. I don't want to be in centre MK for any longer than I need to be. So do that, get home, have some food, carry on with the day. We've got chores to do, which is, I love chores. Chores to do, and then we're gonna go to cinema later. I've just booked it. Izzy doesn't know. So we're going to see Superman. She's gonna hate it. I'll see you guys when I see you. Look who we found. My beautiful girl.
Why are you vlogging in this image of me?
Because I'm doing a full vlog, just a long day vlog.
Right, okay.
Yes, we found her. We're gonna make, I was saying earlier, I want to make it a short shopping trip. So we will try our best to keep it short. No browsing.
My battery runs out. It's very busy.
I tried to get Izzy the bits that she needs, and that hasn't worked out because she can't find them. But it is crazy, like this place is, isn't this like one of the biggest Primarks in the UK? I might be chatting shit. We're gonna get my bits, should be a lot easier. I need like three things, some shorts, some sunglasses, and some sandals. And literally within seconds, look at that, we're a small. Devastating news. I'm a small guy now. I'm literally a small man.
It's got no bink.
I've got bink. By the way, bink is bum within mine and Izzy's relationship. But yeah, shorts, got them. Now just need to get through this maze. Don't stop. If you stop, you get stuck. I literally need the sandals and some sunglasses, potentially a hat, because they do seem to have a decent selection of hats.
Sunglasses.
Cool, dude. Definitely not like those ones.
How about these?
No, they're like runner's glasses. They're not really like my style, are they?
No.
It's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a fashion risk.
But I feel like you could
Pull it
get
off.
away with.
Let's have a look. Let's have a detailed look. This is one of the problems with having a rather short girlfriend. Like, I went off to look at sunglasses and Izzy went to look at something else, and because she's like 5 feet tall, I can't see her over like the racks of clothes. It's impossible. So now I have to go around the whole shop, which, as I said, it's a big Primark, looking for her, and I don't know if I'm going to find her. We never found Izzy. She's just small and very sneaky. She actually went off to M&S, and we came in separate cars, so I got my stuff and said, look, like, I ain't coming to M&S. And she didn't find what she was looking for anyway, so she's already headed home. I'm about to head home. Today has been full of ups and downs. Like, I thought we were on a winning streak with this car park spot. Then just comes to paying for the ticket, and I've lost the ticket, which means I now have to pay at the barriers, and it's £8. Like, fucking, what a scam that is. I get that it's my fault for, like, not putting my ticket in a safer place than my pocket, but just frustrating, isn't it? Like, you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be charging people £8 when it's meant to be like £3. Just charge them what they're meant to be charged. Have it so that when you go out the barrier, like, it just scans your car, which is what it's going to do anyway. But I'm about to head home. Got a lot of steps to get in. Got a lot of cooking to do. I'm going to prep for the rest of today's meals and actually for tomorrow's meals as well, because I'm up early doors to go to London for work. And then the vlog will probably take a short hiatus, and I might vlog just when we're kind of going to the cinema and my opinions on the new Superman movie, and Izzy's opinions, of course. But yeah, see you when... We're probably going to see you when we're heading to the cinema, because I just want to take a bit of time this afternoon to maybe get some of this together, voice over the bits that are missing audio, but we'll see you on the way to the cinema. Right, we're back. We're back in Olney, back in the hometown. I thought I'd just jump back on very briefly to say that luck did change. I got to the barrier and I pressed the button for help, and I was expecting someone to come through the tannoy, and a little man came up to my window, and I obviously opened it for him, and he said, "What's good, brother?" And I said, "I just lost my ticket, bro. Like, it fell out my pocket." And he just goes, "How long have you been here?" And I said, "An hour," which is true, probably less than an hour. I said, you know, maybe less than an hour, and he just goes, "Minimum £2.50, it's all good, bro." And just let me go and open the barrier, and I was like, that is what we need today. But we're back in town. We're literally just going to shoot into Tesco quickly, grab like the meat that we need for next week and the rest of, well, not next week, tomorrow, and for the rest of today. Grab like a water or something. Very minimal shop, not a big shop this week. We'll probably do that on Tuesday. And yeah, get home and crack on and prep meals. Right, welcome back everyone. It is much later, and we need to go that way.
Left.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's much later. It's 10 o'clock, and we've just finished watching the new Superman film. First and foremost, Izzy, what were your thoughts on the cinema?
Where the hell?
I'm going round, I'm going all over the place.
The cinema was so good. It's
So-
been done up.
Yeah, for reference,
It's been refurbished.
the last time that we came to this cinema, and Izzy doesn't quite remember the full details, but I do, it was very old, carpet floor that looked like it had, you know, popcorn and fizzy drinks spilled all over it. Very like 80s, 90s style cinema.
But now it's
Now
sexy.
it is a sexy cinema.
I've never sat in cinema chairs like that. They literally had electric buttons on the
Whoa.
side. Careful.
This is like the skinniest little bit of...
Where you could like
Could do
had a
doing
leg
this
rest
up.
that came up, so you could like lay down, and the back went back as
It-
well. And there was like a little table or a cup holder, but they were like leather seats. It was so nice.
For reference, I booked the cinema tickets and I just used my O2 priority, and I booked just like what I thought was a normal cinema experience. I do have a feeling that all the screens will not be like that, because it was a massive screen as well.
It was an IMAX screen.
Yeah, an IMAX screen, recliner leather seats that every single seat had its own like tray and cup holder that you could like swing around, which was really cool. And yeah, I mean, I need to get my lights on.
Very nice cinema.
Whoa! Extremely nice cinema. Probably the nicest cinema. That was even nicer than that fancy cinema we went to in London.
Yeah.
Because that was a bit of a fiasco.
Anyway,
But
the film.
what are you giving it out of 10?
I mean, I'm not a massive superhero film fan.
Yeah, you can be honest.
It was okay. It was
I
quite
agree.
funny.
I agree.
It wasn't like the best superhero film I've seen. What did we see last time that I really liked?
We went and saw Thunderbolts, which is the new Marvel one.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel like this one was just a little bit cheesy, a little bit funny, and that's all it was really.
So for those who know, James
Superman
Gunn...
was sexy.
I was actually going to say that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was
He
going to talk to you
fit.
about that.
Yeah.
I don't actually know who the actor is, but yeah, I mean, if you're getting cast to play Superman, you're pretty good looking, aren't you? Like, and he is... I was going to lean over to you in the thing and I said, he looks like Tom Holland, but like more masculine.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
my type.
God. Great. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I was gonna say dark
Dark
hair.
Do you hear that, guys?
Handsome-
I look like
handsome
Superman is
features.
what he's trying to say. But the film was directed by James Gunn, who did the Guardians of the Galaxy films. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it was a good watch. It was something that you could go and take your girlfriend to. You don't have to be into.
Watch.
It was an easy watch. Yeah. My one real
you could
complaint.
Go and take your girlfriend to.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Because you can't take your girlfriend to some films.
No, like because yeah, you can't.
Take your girlfriend out. Take your pet out for the day.
Take your minion out. But my one complaint was like I really liked it to a certain point, and then it was like I think it was a bit anticlimactic, you know.
Yeah.
Like just the big ending, which obviously we won't spoil.
I feel like some of the characters were pointless.
And the stakes weren't that high. They weren't that high, although the world was kind of ending. The stakes weren't high enough. Right, we've just about got me in focus. It's coming to you very late in the evening. It is. Let's check the time. 20 to 11. And you know what? I'm proud to be able to say this is the first time in the entirety of prep where I've actually had to do significant amounts of steps in the evening. Hello, cat. Hello. You're being friendly and nice. That's a nice surprise, isn't it? A welcome guest, a welcome friend on this late night walk. Anyway, before we got distracted by that lovely little cat, as I say, first time in prep where I've had a lot of steps to get in at the end of the evening. And that's mainly because I've been tactical, you know, I've been relatively smart. I try and get a good walk in every morning, try and get one in kind of over lunch at some point, whether I'm in the office or not. And yeah, usually the steps that I get in at the gym then make up for that. But today has really just got away from me. Like, I don't know, like to put it in perspective, I mean, I was up this morning at 7:30 and like doing things, being productive, and I'm getting steps in now at 20 to 11. So yeah, it kind of paints a picture as to how the day has gone. As I was saying in the car though, anyway, before the camera actually just died, the Superman film was good. It's not the best film I've ever seen. I think it's quite a hard story to tell, you know, like world's greatest superhero, who you can have him fight is always going to be a bit of a tough one, because like, you know, they have to be equally as powerful, I guess, to make it interesting. Anyway, no nerdiness. A nice evening spent with my wonderful girlfriend, and goes to show, like, it does go a long way. I think in a prep scenario you have to remember, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, like the people around you are also indirectly prepping. It affects everything, it really does. And the deeper you get into prep, the more you're going to come and face these challenges where you have to make choices and you have to sacrifice things. I mean, a good example, I've chosen today to go to the cinema with Izzy and spend some quality time together over getting my steps in a bit earlier in the day. And I'm glad that I did, because we had a really nice night, feel super connected compared to, I guess, how things have been feeling a bit more recently, which is, oh, sorry about that, just let out a little cheeky fart, which has not been the case. Just going to walk across here because there's people coming and I don't want them to be feeling like they're being filmed. But yeah, good opportunity, I suppose, to kind of close things off and wrap up what has definitely been my longest video to date, which is an achievement in itself. We're definitely getting better at this, and I'm enjoying it more and more, to be honest with you. Like, expect the content to ramp up as prep kind of comes to a head and competition dates really do, you know, get closer and closer. And that's, I guess, the apex of this mountain that we've been climbing for the last 2 years. So I'm excited to document that for you guys as a first timer. And yeah, continue to do what I've been doing. You kind of see me now, but probably a good time to call it quits, eh? But yeah, I hope I've put this video together in a semi-digestible way, given the technical difficulties. Obviously not ideal having to deal with that, but battery's about to die again, so we're going to call this one. Thank you guys for tuning in again, anyone who has. Really appreciate the support recently on the YouTube. It's going from strength to strength. We've got a goal to get to 500 subs by the end of 2025, and I would love it if we can make that happen. I think we can. So for that to happen, I obviously need to call upon you guys as my allies, right? And I need you to like, I need you to like the video if you have. I need you to comment, and I need you to subscribe if you're new here and you've not subscribed, because there'll be plenty more to come. As I say, thank you for making it to the end of this one. If you have been one of the few people that watches a full video, I salute you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.